So this is the second unit. Once again, I'm telling you, digital transmission, multiplexing, and key carriers. That is the first part of the second unit. Then the second part of the second unit is wireless communication system. So what we will do here is, in the digital transmission, by using a various digital techniques with digital modulation, how the information is propagated, that is digital transmission. Multiplexing means, already you know that, multiplexing means more number of signals transmits at a time. Okay, that is multiplexing is a technique which allows many users to share a common communication channel. Okay, so how more number of signals are transmitted at a time, it will be transmitted to receiver by using a digital technology, with various multiplexing techniques like time division multiplexing technique, frequency division multiple access, wavelength division multiple access, and code division multiple access. Okay, that is multiplexing. And key carriers. Okay, so what are the key carriers means? Okay, so in particular time, how a particular signal which is propagated, particular time, how a particular signal is transmitted, that is key carrier. Then wireless communication system. So how the information is propagated in this free space without any connection between the transmitter and receiver. Okay, that is the title of the second unit. Digital transmission, multiplexing, key carriers, wireless communication system. See here, the first topic under the second unit is pulse modulation. The first topic under the second unit in the digital transmission, pulse modulation. First of all, what is meant by modulation? Already we know that. Then what is meant by pulse modulation? Modulation means the process of varying some characteristics of high frequency signals in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. All of you know very well, I think. Okay. Then the next definition is the carrier wave is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. The instantaneous amplitude of the message signal, that is called as modulation. But what is meant by pulse modulation? What is meant by pulse modulation? Listen carefully. Here, in the pulse modulation, the message signal is continuous signal. The carrier signal is pulse signal. The carrier signal is pulse signal. Then the output of the pulse modulation is also a pulse signal. So the definition of the pulse modulation is the pulse of the carrier wave is varied. The pulse of the carrier wave is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal is called as pulse modulation. is called as a pulse modulation. Basically, the pulse modulation, which is three types basically, but whenever the pulse modulation which will be takes under the digital modulation technique, we can add one more modulation, one more pulse modulation, that is called it as pulse code modulation. That is called as a pulse code modulation. Okay, so the types of the pulse modulation are: first one is pulse amplitude modulation, pulse width modulation, pulse position modulation, and pulse code modulation. And pulse code modulation. Okay, that is
Mama.
the first one is pulse amplitude modulation, PAM. The second one is pulse width modulation, that is PWM. The next one is pulse position modulation, that is PPM. The next one is pulse code modulation, that is PCM. That is PCM. Okay. So these are the four types of the pulse modulation techniques we have in a digital modulation. Okay. See here, this is a pulse modulation. This will be again categorized into two types: analog modulation technique, analog pulse modulation, and digital pulse modulation. Listen carefully. Here, this pulse modulation is again categorized into two types, that is analog pulse modulation and digital pulse modulation. So in analog pulse modulation, already we know that first one is pulse amplitude modulation, pulse width modulation, and pulse position modulation. Okay. So digital pulse modulation means pulse code modulation and delta modulation. These are delta modulation and pulse code modulation. Both are the data is consisting of in terms of the ones and zeros. In terms of the ones and zeros. Okay. So coming to the first type of the analog pulse modulation, that is pulse amplitude modulation. So in the pulse amplitude modulation, the definition is the amplitude of the carrier pulse is varied. The amplitude of the carrier pulse is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal is called as pulse amplitude modulation. Is called as a pulse amplitude modulation. So in the pulse amplitude modulation, the amplitude is variable. The position and width for all cycles are does not variable, because the name indicates pulse amplitude modulation. Okay, so that the variable is amplitude. The remaining terms are constants. The remaining terms are constants. Okay, that is pulse amplitude modulation. Okay, so here the signal is sampled at regular intervals. The signal is sampled at a regular intervals such that a single sample in the carrier signal, which is proportional to the amplitude of the signal where the sampling is instant. Where the sampling is instant. Okay, this technique is called as sampling. Otherwise, we can say simply the sampling means the process of converting the continuous signal into its discrete levels, discrete time intervals. Okay, that is called as sampling. That is called as a sampling. Once again, I'm telling you, the process of converting the continuous signal in such a way that the discrete pulses discrete pulses, that is called as sampling. Basically, the sampling will be categorized into two types: natural sampling and flat top sampling. The natural sampling means the shape of the output is same as the message signal, but whereas in the case of the flat top sample, the rising edge and trailing edge both are maintained as the same amplitudes. Okay, so that is represented as the sampling. Okay, so already we have discussed pulse modulation is two types: analog pulse modulation, digital pulse modulation. Here, in the analog pulse modulation, we have PAM, PWM, PPM. In the digital modulation, PCM and delta modulation. PCM and delta modulation. The advantage of the pulse modulation is, okay, the transmitted power is no longer continuous as in continuous wave modulation. Okay, but here it pulse is in natural. The pulse is natural. Okay, so the second point, the second advantage in case of the pulse modulation is the vacant time between pulse acceptance filed by the multiplexing, so that automatically we can consider time division multiplexing, frequency division multiplexing, code division multiplexing, and wavelength division multiplexing technique. Okay. Now see here, this is represented as the process of transmitting the signals in the form of the pulses after sampling, after sampling, okay, by using these techniques: pulse amplitude, pulse width, pulse position, and pulse code modulation. Okay. Now, this is the color indicates it is a pulse amplitude modulation. Okay. It is green color. Now the output should be like this, the corresponding color. This is pulse width modulation. This will be like this. Pulse position modulation, the position should be changes. Pulse code modulation, the information is in the form of codes. On it, in the pulse amplitude modulation, already I told you, what is the variable? In the pulse amplitude modulation, what is the variable? What is the variable in the pulse amplitude modulation?
Amplitude, sir.
Amplitude is variable. So that this is message signal. This is the message signal. This is PAM output. This is one amplitude. This is another amplitude. This is another amplitude. This is another amplitude. This is another amplitude, like this. Basically, the waveform is C. This is the waveform. Similarly, can draw like this. This is the waveform. After applying the pulse amplitude modulation, the message signal is continuous signal. The carrier signal is pulse signal. So the output in the form of this level, PAM signal, that is pulse amplitude modulated. Okay, so multiple number of amplitudes we have here, multiple amplitude, but the length for one pulse to another pulse, the position for one pulse to another pulse, everything should be same in the output of the pulse amplitude modulation, except the amplitude, except the amplitude. Okay, that is called as pulse amplitude modulation. Okay, once again I'm telling you, in the pulse amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the carrier pulse is varied. The amplitude of the carrier pulse is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. So in the output of the PAM, the amplitude is different amplitude levels, but the widths are same for all the pulses. See this diagram. This is the output of the PM. This is one amplitude. This is one amplitude. This is, that means the amplitude is increases from the message signal. The output of the amplitude is also increased. For example, this touches here. This is less amplitude for this, so that amplitude is less. So wherever this is touches here, so that here the amplitude is high from the message signal, so that the amplitude here is also high. The amplitude here is also high. But whenever decreases, the amplitude is also decreases. Okay. Now this is not the high value. This is a low value. This is a negative value. This is a negative value. Okay. So this is corresponding color signal is represented as pulse amplitude modulation. Pulse amplitude modulation. Next, pulse width modulation. Next is pulse width modulation. Okay. So in the pulse width modulation, here also message signal is continuous signal, carrier signal is pulse. It is common for every method in the pulse modulation technique. So the definition of the pulse width modulation is the width of the carrier pulse. The width of the carrier pulse is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of message signal. In accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of message signal, where in the output of amplitude modulated wave, in the output of pulse width modulation wave, the width is variable. The width is variable depends upon the amplitude of the message signal, depends upon the amplitude of the message signal, and the amplitude is constant. Width is variable, amplitude and positions are constant. Okay. See here, this is blue color. Okay. Now coming to the corresponding waveform, this is the output of the pulse width modulation. This is output of the pulse width modulation. So that here amplitude is increases from the message signal, the width is also increases. So this is present width, this is followed width, this is previous width. Okay. Compared to followed and previous widths, the present width is different because of the values of changes in the message signal. Because of the values of changes in this particular message signal. Okay. So see here the output. This is one width. This is another width. This is another width. Coming to negative side, the width will be decreases. Suppose the amplitude is increases, the width is also increases, same as the amplitude modulation. Same as the amplitude modulation. Okay. So that the width is different for different pulses, but the amplitude is constant for all the pulses, and position is common for all the pulses. There is no changes. Okay. That is pulse width modulation. The pulse width modulation can also be called as pulse length modulation. Also be called as a pulse length. This is length. This is length. This is length. That is also called as a pulse length modulation. Then pulse width modulation can also be called as pulse duration modulation. Okay. Now that this is the duration for this. This is the duration for this. This is the duration for this. For the negative peak, the width is very less. The width is very less. Okay. That is pulse width modulation. That is the pulse width modulation. Okay. So coming to next, pulse position modulation. Coming to next, the pulse position modulation. Okay. So in the pulse position modulation, first of all, we need to go for the definition of the pulse position. The position of the carrier pulse is varied in accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. In accordance with the amplitude of the message signal. That means here the position is variable, amplitude is constant, width is constant for all the pulses. For all the pulses. Okay. So that see here the position is different How it will make difference means whenever the amplitude from the message signal is increases from the message signal, it will shift towards the right side, the position of the carrier signal. The position of the carrier signal. Whenever it will be decreases, then the pulse of the carrier signal, it should be shift towards the left side. That means in simple way, we can say that for higher amplitudes, the position shifts towards right side. For lower amplitude, the position shifts towards left side. That is called it as the pulse position modulation, where the amplitude and width are constant, only the position is changes. So that the position of the carrier pulse is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal, where amplitude is constant, width is constant, only variable is the position. That is pulse position modulation. The next one is pulse core modulation. See here, this is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, again 0. So that the output should be transmitted in the form of the ones and zeros. This is pulse core modulation. Okay. Simply we can say that what I am telling is, in the pulse core modulation, what we will do is, okay, this pulse modulation is consisting of sampling analog information signals. Whatever we are given the signal, this is the information signal that will be sampled. Analog information signal, and then convert those samples into discrete pulses, and then transporting the pulses from the source to destination over the physical transmission medium. Okay, that is pulse modulation. That is the pulse modulation. Okay, so see the output of the pulse amplitude modulation wave. This is the output of pulse amplitude modulation wave. This is information signal. For higher amplitudes, the amplitude is high. For lower amplitudes, the amplitude is less. Whenever it will increases the amplitude from the message signal, the amplitude is also increased. For decreasing of the amplitude from the message signal, the amplitude is gradually decreases. Okay, so that the behavior of the output of the amplitude modulated wave, that is pulse amplitude modulated wave, is depends upon the amplitude of the message signal. Whenever here increases, the output is also increases. Whenever it decreases, the output is also decreases. Okay, so that depends upon the amplitude of the message signal, the output will be developed in the output of the pulse amplitude modulation signal. Okay, that is referred as pulse amplitude modulation wave. Okay, see clearly, this is also a pulse amplitude modulation output. Here, this letter dotted line represents considering as a message signal. Whenever it will increase, this is one amplitude, this is another amplitude, this is another amplitude. Now this is one amplitude, this is another amplitude, this is another amplitude, like this. Okay, so it depends upon the message signal. This will be decreases. Okay, so this is also one more example. This is message signal. This is amplitude of the particular signal. Okay, so that is represented as only the pulse amplitude modulation, only the pulse amplitude modulation. Okay, so coming to pulse width modulation, coming to pulse width modulation. Okay, so pulse width, what is the other name for pulse width modulation? Pulse duration modulation or pulse length modulation. Am I correct? Say yes or no. Please respond. What is the
Yes, sir.
other name for pulse width modulation? Pulse length modulation or pulse duration modulation? Am I clear? Yes or no?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Now consider this is the pulse width modulation output. Okay. Now this is the carrier signal. This is the carrier signal. Now this is also another carrier signal in two conditions. This is the output of the pulse width modulation. This is the output of the pulse width. This is output of the pulse width modulation. See here. This is one width. This is another 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 width. Okay. So what is the definition of the pulse width modulation? The width of the carrier pulse is varied. The width of the carrier pulse is varied in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. The instantaneous amplitude of the message signal. So that in the pulse width modulation technique, the amplitude, position are constant. Only the variable is the width. That's why the name it is called as pulse width modulation. That's why the name it is called as a pulse width modulation. Okay. So that in the pulse width modulation, the variable is width. The constants are the position as well as the corresponding, that is represented as the position also constant. Okay. So this is represented as one width of the signal. This is another width. This is another width. This is another width. This will be represented as a another width. That is the pulse width modulation. Okay. So coming to next one, that is represented as a pulse position modulation. Pulse position modulation. Okay. See here in the pulse, this is so pulse position modulation means this is PWM output. This is PPM output. PPM output. Okay. Now see here. Here this is one width. This is another width. This is another width. This is another width. Like that. This is the pulse width modulation. Okay. Basically, how can get the output of the pulse position modulation means the output of the pulse width modulation which is applied to the input for the pulse position modulation.